What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, tigerfitness.com. Hybrid athletes. What is a hybrid athlete? There's a big thing. I've been getting a lot of questions like, hey, Marc, I've been watching such and such, and I want to be a hybrid athlete. Hey, Marc, I want to be more than just a bodybuilder. I want to be a hybrid athlete. What is a hybrid athlete? Well, I think so much of what we've seen on social media has been geared towards hypertrophy that a lot of people forget that you have to be able to walk, you have to be able to run, you should be able to be functional. When I say functional, I'm not talking CrossFit functional, although I will talk about CrossFit a little bit here. I think we need to be able to move when needed to move. For example, if someone steals your wife's purse and you have to chase after them, I believe you should be able to run a full sprint without tearing a hamstring. I think you should be able to jump. You look at bodybuilders, they're generally not the most mobile, athletic people on this earth. No, they are just balls of immobile muscle. So when I look at what you see on social media, at least what I view, it's a bunch of dudes who lift weights and try to get big. So now you have this new generation. I think Chris Gethin was one of the first to do it, where these guys are running ultra marathons. These guys are running. They're actually running endurance events, right? But they're still lifting and being jacked. Well, jacked, sort of jacked. Like, they're not jacked. They're not like, Derek Lunsford jacked, but they got muscle, like they're in good shape. They don't look like marathon runners, okay? They actually look more like sprinters, like smaller sprinters. When I say smaller sprinters, remember like Ben Johnson? I know he was doping and stuff, but like Carl Lewis, like they were jacked in an aggressive fashion, right? When I look at these hybrid guys, like they're jacked, but they're not like jacked, aggressive jacked. Does that even make sense? It's a different form of jacked. It's a softer jacked. So such you got someone who runs and lifts. So I love that. I love it. I do, because I do the same thing. People don't realize, like, I sprint. I do a lot of sprints. I do jog and I run, but mainly as a coach. Like when I'm coaching my kids' football team, we're out there running with them, we're running plays with them. I'll do their conditioning with them just to motivate them. Like I like doing all that stuff. I love it, but it's not my focus. But here's the problem. Like these guys who are competing and doing these ultra runs, these people who are trying to be bodybuilders at the same time. I like it, but you're not going to be great at either. It reminds me of when I was at the CrossFit seminar, right? When I got my CrossFit certification, one of the coaches there, who I actually still talk to, he actually made a comparison, which I thought was really stupid. I didn't like, well, like we want to be great at everything. Like, yeah, Eddie Hall can deadlift 1,000 pounds, but what's his 5K? I raised my hand. I'm like, who cares what his 5K is? He deadlifts 1,000 pounds. The man's a strong man. He's a deadlift specialist. Hybrid athletes are simply CrossFitters with a new name. CrossFitters were the original hybrid athletes. CrossFitters would have a deadlift day. They would have a day where they do a WOD. They do a Murph, or they do whatever else they call those things, right? So I'm sending out a newsletter multiple times a week or even every day. It's going to have deals. It's going to have articles. It's going to have exclusive stuff from me. The algorithm has not been good to me on YouTube, on Instagram. I don't know why. Maybe it's something I said. But anyway, go to marclobliner.com. It pops up. Put your email in there. That's all you have to do. You get all that stuff for free. But the whole point of CrossFit is to be average, is to be good at everything. And that's how they measured overall health. They want you to be strong. They want you to be able to do these crazy WODs. They want you to be able to run a 5K. They want you to be able to run a mile. They want you to be able to do a burpee. They want you to be able to do a kip. CrossFit is the original hybrid athlete. So just because these guys are running endurance events and these guys are lifting weights, dude, you're just like a CrossFitter, but doing different events. And that's great. I'm a hybrid athlete. In fact, I would say I've been a hybrid athlete before any of these guys. I got stuff on my social media from 2013, 14, even before then, showing me out on the field as an Exos coach, doing the Exos mentorship, doing sled drags, doing different athletic events, doing bands, doing mini bands, doing all these different things, doing bungees. Like, I've been doing this before any of these folks, man. They're just better at marketing themselves, obviously. Honestly, my views back then were much higher. I get it. But I believe everybody should be functional. Why? Because at the end of the day, you might be able to look great, but if you can't move, your risk of dying is much higher. As I get older and I start researching longevity, I realize that balance training is just as important as strength training. Is just as important as maintaining a lower body fat or not being fat. Being fat, being weak, and not having balance. Think about it. You're 70 years old, you lose your balance, you fall down, you break your hip. Your morbidity risk just shot through the roof. Well, Mark, I'm only 25 years old. What does that matter? Because before you know, you're going to wake up, you're going to be like me, you're going to be like, holy crap, I turned 43 in 2 weeks. That's going to be you one day, bro. If you're one of these young cats, that's going to be you. If you're 43, you might wake up one day and go, oh my goodness, I'm 60. Got to start that stuff now, guys. So you should always be able to do these things. You should be able to have multiple disciplines. So if you are focusing on hypertrophy, make sure you do your mobility training. Before working out, do your world's greatest stretch. Do your mini band work for your hips. Do your 7-way hip stretch. Do all these different things. Sport training, like we do at Legacy at Carbon, right? Sport training, hurdles, bands, box jumps, plyos, med balls. Those are all things that we all should incorporate in our hypertrophy trainings. Okay, the week before, if you look back to when I competed at the New York Pro, the week before, I'm out there with Seamus, and we're doing sleds, and we're doing med balls, and we're doing all this crazy athletic stuff because, hey, I might not be the best bodybuilder, but damn it, I want to live till I'm 90 at least, and I want to be able to play with my kids. Last night I was out there, and it's our last practice of the season. Guys, we have the championship game tomorrow. Blaze Double B up in this. I'm almost getting emotional thinking about it. The championship game, my first year as a coach, my team, granted, there's a lot of other, I'm not even the head coach, but to be on a team my first year going to the championship, oh, it's exhilarating. It's exciting. My son's on the team, have a group of amazing kids on this team. Like, I want them to win because they've gone undefeated. They've only given up 6 points all year in 9 games. They deserve to win this damn thing. Okay? But like, I'm out there with the other coaches who are in amazing shape. Like, these coaches are just G's. Like, I'm with a group of men that I am so excited to know. Like, I'm gonna be friends with these guys for years. I love these guys. These are my peers. My peers are not your dads out pulling down a 12-pack after work. These are my guys. They get home from a long day of work. They go coach football with their kid. So last night, we're on the line. I'm playing pulling guard, and we're out there. The kids have full pads. We're hitting them. We're running around. You know, Coach Chris is out there running down the field, stiff-arming kids. I want to be able to do that. I told my daughter the other day. I told my daughter when she has kids, when I have grandkids, there's one rule I have, and I want her to agree to this. I want to coach their football team. Or I want to coach whatever sport they're playing. If it's a girl, I want to coach her soccer team. If it's a boy, I want to coach whatever they're doing, except for basketball. As you can tell, if they're my kid, if they have my genetics, chances are, unless my daughter marries a dude who's like 6'5", like, we're going to have issues with basketball, at least past the age of like 10. Okay. But like, I want to be able to play with my kids. So I want to be like, even though I'm jacked, right? Like we're okay. People might think I have a bad physique. People might think that I'm not as big as Toddy or Derek, but I'm running around at 220. I'm over 220 right now. Like, I'm jacked. So for me to be able to be jacked and be able to run with kids, play with them, sprint, do conditioning with them, I think that's what we all want, right? Like, everybody watching this channel, I'd imagine, you guys want to be muscular, maybe more muscular than me, maybe less muscular, but you want to be muscular, right? But you also want to be able to play with your kids. You want to be able to be athletic. I think right now I'm living what everybody wants to live. right? I have abs, I have a lot of muscle, my health markers are all perfect, and I'm able to do cool stuff with my kids. Like, that's what we all want, right? So we all should be able to run. We all should be able to jog a mile. I'm not even putting a time on it. Do a 10-minute mile. Just keep moving, right? We all should be able to do that. So anyone who's not a hybrid athlete, look, man, you're going to get hurt. Either your health inside or your body on the outside. So when I look at this whole movement, I don't even think it's a big movement, but when I look at these guys who are getting tons of views being these hybrid athletes, I love it because we all should aspire to be more than just a ball of muscle. But at the same time, I think a lot of us want to look good at the same time. The beauty of combining resistance training with weights and combining that with endurance training, sprint training, athletic training is, yeah, okay, would I be a better bodybuilder if I wasn't training with as many athletic movements? Maybe, probably, right? But I'm willing to take 5 to 10% less in the gains department to have 100% more in the life department, in the memories of playing with my kids department, in the enjoying my life department, right? Like, that is where I want to be. So when I look at a hybrid athlete, I think our goal should be a rounded athlete. We should aim for endurance. That just doesn't mean walking slow on the treadmill at a 2.8 speed and a 4.0 incline, which I do when I'm killing time answering emails. That doesn't mean just being able to build big old muscles and lift weights or maybe go higher rep. I think we all should aim for some degree of functionality. And that means you should train like an athlete. Does that mean running a 20 mile or 24, whatever, 26 mile marathon? No, that's overblown. But I'll tell you this, I'm 43 years old. I'm still putting on muscle and I'm still doing what I want to do and coaching my kids and having a blast. I'm not just sitting down at a table, eating my chicken and rice and just being a bodybuilder. So we all should aspire to be something great. And that doesn't mean being the best. Look, Eddie Hall probably had to sacrifice to become a 1,000-pound deadlifter. But I don't think we have to be the all-in-one CrossFitter. I think we could be great at both. But again, what is hybrid? Well, hybrid's being able to do multiple things. It's being able to have many different facets to your performance and your health. So you can look great, you can gain size, and you can still be functional. So yeah. Let's do that. Speaking of functional, Machine Fuel, in stock at tigerfitness.com. Machine Fuel is a branched amino acid formula. As you know, I am the one who basically popularized the intra-workout category in our industry. And there was a study done in 2009, and I'll go ahead and link it down below. And the study demonstrated we had 3 groups, a branched train group, we had a whey group, and we had a carbohydrate group or a Gatorade group, all standardized for calories, right? And we had them all on controlled diet, controlled training. There were 36 subjects. The groups were 12 each. The branched chain group gained 9 pounds of lean mass, lost 4 pounds of fat. The whey group gained 4 pounds of lean mass, lost 2 pounds of fat. And the carbohydrate or Gatorade group gained 1 pound of lean mass and lost 0 pounds of fat. So I have been a part of data, and again, it was 2 groups, the Weider Research Group, as well as the College of Charleston. Dr. Timothy Sheet and Dr., you know him, Jim Stepani, conducted this study, a collaboration study. So again, check it out, Machine Fuel. I'll link it down below at tigerfitness.com. And speaking of tigerfitness.com, Black Friday, which hits at 11:59 p.m. on Thanksgiving night, our biggest sale there, we're giving away these beautiful crossbody bags. We're giving away this awesome t-shirt. We're giving away, of course, a shaker bottle. And we're giving away this amazing Actions Define You hoodie. Again, and huge savings. Huge savings. I'm not going to say the percentage off, but it is the biggest we've ever done. Tigerfitness.com, Black Friday, hits Thanksgiving night. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm Marc Lobliner. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, click on the notification bell. Remember, that's not a game. The IRI bar was created for my kids. My kids need a snack to eat during soccer tournaments, and also I wanted a bar for myself to eat pre-workout, post-workout, and also throughout the day. You want your outright bars right now. That's why we have a partnership going with the Vitamin Shop to make sure that we're in all 750 plus locations, providing the best price, the best service, the best people to give you the outright bar when and where you need it.